Conference Championship weekend. Let's see who claims it. We're underway in the divisional round finale. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Play fake here. Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Third and long for Daniels. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. And that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Young working from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On 1st down, here comes Brooks. And a little space is all he needed to reach that 35-yard line. They're a rookie out of Oklahoma there to make that play.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Running once more with Brooks. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Handoff for Robinson, running right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Got a man, it's Drake London. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He picks up 28 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. If you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Daniels. Completes, it's Bijan Robinson. And this one does not go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and short, Daniels. Hits his running back. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Got a man. It's London. And this one doesn't go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Again, Daniels to the air. This one's caught. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Robinson can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Once more, it's Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's the end of the 1st quarter.
Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score. Daniels, 3rd and goal. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Falcons start to fight back with their 1st points of this game. Drake London with the touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons tie this game 7-7. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. He throws a bullet to the center. That's grabbed inside the 30. To the house, touchdown Carolina. The Panthers need only one to take the lead. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. PAT up and good for Moody. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Return starts at the 3. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They haven't caught him yet. And he does. Touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. Escapes a defender. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Extra point by Koo. He's up and good. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Young back to it after the pick. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Young. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by
A.J. Terrell.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation could create the big play down the field.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This throw is cut. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he...
And he gets in, touchdown! The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Coup on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He completes it in traffic. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They'll come up 1st and 10. Hand off here for Brooks. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Play made there by Clark Phillips. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 42. Finds him on the slant. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
To the air on 1st down, Young. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. That's complete. Here's Brooks. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
They kick the running back in motion. First down from the red zone. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And the Falcons get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Into the hands of Pitts. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Falcons will have a first. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Falcons looking down a very long field. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On first down, here's Daniels. Catch is made in close. And he'll be touched down after a big play.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Robinson reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Coup on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Play action now, Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards.
for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball, when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap now to Young. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Mooney knocks it through. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Young to throw. He'll get this one to Brooks. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the gun, a give to Brooks. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. Third down, 1 yard to go. Young on the play action. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Young on 1st and 10. And that one's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
On 2nd and 10, Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And they pick him off again. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And the Falcons take over as he records his 10th career INT.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Staying with Robinson. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's Robinson, and he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Daniels. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Man in motion here. Daniels, 3rd and goal. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons push their lead further to start the half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons grow their lead yet again. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3. Buying some time right. That's complete till he gets. Gets it to the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And the Panthers leaving their guys out there. Look at this. They're trying for 2.
The Panthers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. Escapes the pocket. And he is going to get in. That's going to cut a couple more off of that lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing from the gun here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one instinct. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring up. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10 from the 41. They send the tight end in motion. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Fits it through the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Now Daniels to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first. Now Daniels off the play action. Pass it down close. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Now as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one. More than likely for more games to come.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Young. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 40. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Escapes out to the left. Now here he goes. The ball is loose. Oh, the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Sometimes, let's face it, it's just better to be lucky than good. Your mind as a runner always goes to worst case scenario when you feel that ball get knocked loose. That time the sideline saved him and his team.
He finds Laporta. 16 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To the air on 1st down. Young got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Intended target there was Sam Laporta. So that brings up 2nd down. Now Young. Flushed out of the pocket. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
Well, I'll say this. If you're willing to chance a throw like that, an early down is where you want to do it. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work out, but you still got time now to try to find something else on the play sheet.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers putting up points in a game decided. Tyler Lockett, the touchdown. So the offense is lined up. Panthers making another attempt at 2. And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. The Panthers say they have it, and the refs agree. Panther football. Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Panthers 39.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Complete out to the right side. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's a give to Robinson. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it. But these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only a yard that time, and now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Play fake here. Daniels vacates quickly left side. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons have likely locked up the win right there. Coup on now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons stretch the lead to 23. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
A second down throw for Young. On the move, headed right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Completed to Lockett. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Pass taken in by Lockett. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Intended target there was Sam Laporta. And now it's 3rd and short. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Young to throw here on 3rd. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. But I believe someone on the Panthers made it to the loose football first. They're hanging on to it. Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. You're going for it, Young. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd down give to Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He got 3 on the run. That's going to bring up 4th and 4. Looks like they want to squeeze every point they can out of this game. Field goal team is out there. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. So the Falcons earn the win in this one.